Hi guys, and welcome back to another one of my videos. First and foremost, thank you so much for being here and for taking the time to listen to me. What I want to talk to you guys about today is psychic attacks in your dream space and nightmares and terrors and all these sort of things that this is something that's been coming up for me quite a lot in the last week, and I got a very clear message that I had to make a video about it. And I also want to tell you guys about my recent experience. And as I always say, this is my life, my experience, my opinion. If it resonates, like, I'm really glad. But if it doesn't, take it with a pinch of salt. We all have different life paths and experiences, but this is from what I understand and from what I've channeled and seen and from what has happened to me. So last week, I think it was Thursday, I had a very heated argument with a friend of mine and I got angry. And I don't really get angry much anymore, ever, because I don't believe that anger serves any purpose. Fear serves a purpose. If you're scared of something, like, I don't know, there's a candle, you touch it, you burn yourself, the next time you're scared to do it. That serves a purpose. Anger, not really. It's a human emotion, it's there, it's a very low frequency emotion, but it's there. We need to be able to learn to transmute it into something of a higher frequency. So I don't really believe that getting angry is good for anyone, if it makes sense. But of course, like all human, it happens from time to time. I got very angry, and then that evening when I went to sleep, so I'm very gridded in everything that I do. I grid myself, my space is gridded, my house is gridded. I don't usually get psychic attacks anymore. Anyway, I used to get them a lot when I was younger, but once you start doing the kind of work that I do, then you learn certain things and you learn how to react to certain things and how to shield yourself to a certain extent. So what happened to me, I went to sleep and I was in my theta wave, so that in-between phase while you are not awake but you're not asleep, you're sort of drifting off, and this big huge black entity just came straight to my face. Obviously I woke up with a bit of a fright, and I was like, okay. Then I couldn't fall asleep for another half an hour or so. So that only happened to me because I gave into the emotion of anger previously in the day, and that allows for these lower vibrational entities, which in the end they are only lower vibrational frequency entities, and all they want really is for us to send them love. They also want the light. They also want to transmute to a higher level and to a better place. So I just want to make it very clear that whatever happens in your dream space cannot harm you. They have no power absolutely over you. The only thing they can do for you is scare you, and then you lose a little bit of sleep. But you don't have to worry about them. Nothing can attach themselves to you unless you give them permission. And these things that come through in dream space, it's because they want to be heard. They're not heard, they're not happy, they're low vibrational frequency things. They also need to fulfill their destiny and their soul path. And they attach to people with a high vibrational frequency because they know that we have the power to transmute them to a higher level. Also, it's important not to be scared, because these things do feed off fear. There are obviously stronger and weaker ones. There's different levels of these entities that are around, and they are, in the third dimension, in the fourth dimension, in this plane of existence. So the important thing is to know that you are an infinite being of love and light, and nothing can harm you unless you allow it to. So it's very important to stand solid in your grid and in your power. So really, like, if you do always stand in your heart space and in a space of love, then you don't have to worry about these things. They can manifest in different ways. So like, it can be sleep paralysis, it can be nightmares. There's also something else that I want to say. These things can be powerful in a way in your dream space. So they can co-create your nightmares. They can, so I'm not talking about you guys watching a horror movie then going to sleep and having a nightmare about the movie. That's obviously your psyche. I'm talking about, and you will know if you have had a psychic attack or if it is just a nightmare created by your subconscious mind, because they feel very different. They feel very different when you wake up, and they feel very different in the dream space. Generally, when something has been co-created by something to scare you, you will know in your free will, and you will know that this isn't you. You will get a feeling of it. So it's always important to be solid within ourselves so that we can be aware if these things do happen. Yeah. So try to, like, the way I learned to understand them is I tried to connect to what I did the day before, or what kind of space I was in, to then see. They used to happen a lot to me when I was younger, and I never understood, and I always would wake up and I knew it wasn't me and it wasn't my nightmares, but it was because I was maybe awake in a way, but I wasn't aware. So I wasn't aware of them, so they would, you know, find a way to sneak in through my psyche and scare me, and, you know, like night terrors and stuff like that. So that's why it's important for me to get this information out there and to talk about it, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who don't know what's going on, and they're probably having nightmares. They think, oh my God, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with my brain? But it's not always you. You know, you will know if it's you, and you will feel, oh, okay, I had a nightmare. You know, like it was relevant to that film that I saw or whatnot. So yeah, I also want to show you guys what art came through this week. So this came through last night. A lot of gridding stuff came through. This came through actually with a message. So this is a 65D Stargate transmission to convert energy, and it is connected to the Pleiades. So as you can see, there's like 7 stars there. It is the 7 sisters. So yeah, this came through very strongly a few days ago. This also came through. This came through with the message of it being a quantum field transmission converter. So to convert energy, and you can see also here there's like energy coming through and converting and passing through. This is also another one that came through. Very like circles and geometry and the light language. This one came through as well. And then this came through last Tuesday. This is a beautiful feminine divine nature energy. So very feminine, very grounded, very, yeah. And this one also came through this way. And this one came through. This one came through with the number 502. I'm not too sure what that is, but that's what came through with it. And then this also came through with the light language. I will post a link on the bottom here to my Instagram where you can see a little bit more of my art. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps and resonates. And I hope you always stay in your light and have a beautiful rest of the day and week ahead of you. Thank you.